One of the frequently asked questions that I get when I tell people that I moved to Lisbon by myself is, do you have community? Do I have friends? Do I have people I can lean on? Where did I meet these friends? Where did I make my community? The answer is simple. Yes, I do have friends. Yes, I do have community. Yes, I met most of these people online. I think that the internet is such a wonderful resource. Um, Most of the people that I've met have been on Bumble BFF. I think BFF is probably one of the greatest gifts that the dating app industry has probably given us because it makes finding people with the same goals as you super easy. Don't get me wrong, like using BFF absolutely feels like using a dating app. You're uploading pictures, you're swiping on people. It's awkward, it's exciting, sometimes a little weird. You never know who you're going to meet. You're afraid of being ghosted. And, it is just like a dating experience. You go out on these first dates with women and you're just talking about your friends, how you ended up in the city, yada, 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 yada. You're just learning about each other, hopefully hitting it off, and then you have a new friend. I got really lucky when I first moved here and I made one good friend on BFF. And what I really liked about what this person did is that this person created like a group invite with every person that she swiped yes with. She would send them this invite, and it was basically getting brunch at whatever time. It was a group of six people, and like one person versus one person is kind of a lot, but one person with six other people, it's just like, okay, well, now I have six chances to make a new friend. And that's exactly what happened to me. I hit it off with one person, and with this one person, we became a little duo, and we kind of started just like networking and meeting other people through BFF, through Facebook groups, through WhatsApp groups, through meetups, through Airbnb like events. Like there's so many little things that you can try to make friends. And when this girl and I became a little duo, we then started meeting other people and then we started bringing them into our little friend group. So before we knew it, we had a little group of friends and we started making relationships with more people and building that little friend group. I think that one of the most important things that I've learned in life in general about making friends is that the friend that you party with isn't always the friend that you bedrock with. The friend that you tell your problems to, or the friend that you go shopping with, aren't sometimes going to be the same people. And I think that that is probably what I was striving for when I first got here, was to make a best friend, if you will, a person that I can lean on, that I know will have my back. And I think that the person that is that like best friend is just as hard to find as finding a good partner, because while it might not be a romantic partner, you're still this little buddy. Like you're doing all these things, you're living life, and I think your friendships are just as important as your dating relationships. And making a friend takes just as much time and effort as it does finding a man. Like, let's be honest, it really does. And while you can do both simultaneously, I started off with friends because that's what I really wanted. I wanted to have girls that I can go get my nails done with, to go to the picnics with, to go on beach days. And 2.5 years in now, I can honestly say that yes, I do have that group of people, and I'm so happy and I love them so much. They're honestly some of the people that have encouraged me to start making videos because I shared with them that I love creating videos. Like I carry this little camera around with me all the time. It's like my best friend. I call it baby cam. And whenever we would go out, I would just pull out my camera and I would just start creating little videos just for us to like look back upon as a way, like a little visual diary just for us to look back on the things that we did and where we went and what we ate, little restaurant reviews, you name it. And I met these people through BFF, through friends of friends. I think that once you find your people, you'll start doing more things, just not because you don't feel alone, because you have a little roll dog to do things with. And that's what happened to me this past week is a friend and I had signed up for a pottery class because as I shared before, I have been going through some mental health things and it's just that I just need to to get out of my head and get it working with my hands. So we signed up for this pottery class. We invited some friends and we had the time of our lives. We made mugs, we made ashtrays, we made incense trays, everyone made a little something, and it was just so much fun to be there together, share that memory, and then drink some kombucha or some wine. And then before we know it, when we were sitting around the table, we got to learn about how other people ended up at the event, how everyone knew each other, who was doing what, and sometimes you hit it off with people, and that's what happened with us. Is that we met this beautiful woman named Isa, and she told us about this cafe she's opening with her family, and she invited us to her first community event, which is what we did the following Thursday. And it was honestly such a nice experience, because that's just an example of how just saying yes, swiping, doing things outside of your comfort zone leads you to meet people, and sometimes the meeting those people leads you to making good friends, and finding your people, your little tribe, your connections, your chosen family, if you will. At this event on Thursday, which was her tasting menu of the new cafe that she's opening, she told us about all her vision, her mission statements, the charity that she wants to build, which is like such a beautiful goal that she has, that she wants to share with her community. And I feel so special being a part of that first experience, and being a part of this new thing that she's going to start in her life. And just seeing how naturally, just putting yourself out there, the right people will find you. And it will be your friends, it will be your lovers, it will be the people that will have your back, the people that you will grow old with. And all it really takes is just saying yes. It's swiping, it's showing up, trying new things, getting outside of your comfort zone. And that's something that I've done a lot here, is pushing outside my comfort zone, and even creating these videos and sharing the good things that I've gone through in Portugal, and the bad things, the things that no one talks about. I couldn't have done without the support of my friends. They're constantly pushing me to do things like this and share about the things that had hurt me, that I know that other people have been through, especially in talking to and making new friends here, about how everyone struggles usually the first year, and then you kind of settle, and then you feel like you're at home again, and it's exciting. And I just feel so lucky to be here, and it makes me emotional to be like, I get to meet all these people from all different part of the world, who have a goal to live a beautiful life in Lisbon. And it's such a romantic city, and it's so beautiful, and I love just being here and getting to see and experience different people's points of views and how they live their lives, and making new friends. And if I would have never left my little hometown and tried new things, then I would have never met the beautiful new friends that I have here, or got to experience all the things. And while moving to a new country and making friends and starting community isn't the easiest, it's actually really hard. You don't quit doing the things that you want to do just because it's difficult. And because people tell you to go back to your country sometimes, it's just like, go home. Girl, I am home. This is my apartment. I pay for this thing. Like, I do have friends here. I do have community here. I am figuring out life here. And it might not be easy, but it's my life, and I'm happy to live it. And it makes me so happy to get to share it with you all. And if you want to keep learning about life in Portugal and how to adjust living in a new place and doing all the new things, and the excitement of being in a new phase of life, then subscribe, leave me comments, tell me about the ways that you make friends, how you've made community, the things that you do that make you happy to share with your friends and your chosen family and the people that you love.